Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Wednesday, the 20th of October, 2021. Remember, I always say share our live stream when we go live on your Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share our page on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So, viewers, those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for properties to buy, you can also contact me. So we are going live on Synergy Television from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, and a rerun the following day from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. So viewers, we do want to thank you for joining us. Those of you of the Caribbean, those of you around the globe, those of you right here in Trinidad and Tobago, you sit down in front of your living room, you're in your living room, you're watching your television, you're in your bedroom, you're in your car, you're traveling, coming home, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube. A special good night to you. So you know this is our public concerns night. Every Wednesday, we do highlight the road condition throughout Trinidad and Tobago, the bridges, the box drain, the flooding issue. You know, every Wednesday, we're doing it right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. And we're also giving you the opportunity to call in and tell us where are the roads located in your community. Now, you could always send a video or a picture to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com. That is our email. Send your pictures, your videos, whatever situation, whatever the road situation is in your community, the bridges, the box drain, the councillors, you're not seeing them, the MPs, you're not seeing them, they're not attending to your needs in your community. Feel free to highlight it on a Wednesday night. So our office numbers are 238-6716. Feel free to call in, viewers, while our show goes live. So as we start off tonight, just an update in Trinidad and Tobago. 10 new Delta cases confirmed. So we're going up the ladder. Trinidad and Tobago has confirmed 10 new cases of COVID-19 Delta variant. Now this brings the new total of Delta cases to 59 right here in Trinidad. All forms from 4 to 6 students will return to school on October 25th, regardless of vaccination status. All students in Form 4 will be required, from 4 to 6 will be required to attend classes in person from Monday the 25th of October, regardless of vaccination status. Education Minister Dr. Nian Gasby-Dolly stated that many students are not vaccinated, and after looking at the situation over the last couple of weeks, the ministry believes that students' education is in jeopardy. Just imagine that, viewers. Just imagine that. So it takes you weeks for you to understand that the education system is failing the children in Trinidad and Tobago. But nevertheless, at least I'll come to all sense, because I have been saying it every night. Every night go by, I've been mentioning it right here on Real Talk. You all want only the vaccinated. What about the unvaccinated? Can't they go to school? Because the vaccinated and the unvaccinated individuals getting COVID-19, and all of them had to go on a quarantine protocol. None is better than none. But nevertheless, we're moving along. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has called on opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa to not stain the countries and withdrew the motion to remove President Paul Weeks from office. His appeal came less than 48 hours before the Electoral College meet on Thursday to vote on the motion. Wow, you begging? Don't beg. Now is not a time to beg. You see, the president of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Paula May Weeks, have to come out and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago why and on what grounds they should retract the merit list that's supposed to be in the parliament. supposed to be in the Senate to discuss the next commissioner of police. You're so high, you don't need to discuss nothing with nobody. You could retract it at any point in time. Let me tell you something. You're not too big. You're not too big. You don't want to discuss who visits you? Not a problem. Not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem is that you acted on your own interest, just like Bliss. You acted on your own. Man, I am the president, man. I could pull back dollars at any point in time. My dear, I do want to tell you something. You have to answer to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Not because you are the president. I, Saieed, will fear you because of your power. You know. No. Power was given to you through a medium right here in Trinidad. You see, the Prime Minister fails to realize is that it's the people have him in office. It's the people. But nevertheless, that was just an update of what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago presently. So, we're moving on to our main issue that we highlight every Wednesday, right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. That is the road, the bridges, the box drain, the MPs, the councillor. So we're starting off tonight. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan have stated that $40 million will be used to repair secondary, agriculture, and forestry access road across the country. Sinanan mentioned that the ministry has not passed the buck regarding the present condition of road or roadway, and noted that the recent assessment of roads in TNT have shown that 31% of the roads are in poor condition.
The ministry has not stuck its head in the sand, nor has it passed the buck. Regarding the present conditions of our roadway, a recent road assessment has shown that 31% of the roads that fall under the ministry's purview are in poor to critical condition.
Now, Sinanan stated that the ministry continues in effort to fix road in dire need of repair, even when the ministry is not the agency responsible for the maintenance of those roads. The ministry also added that $40 million will be used to improve roads, and the public will see improvement in the upcoming years.
Another step to be taken in 2021-22 fiscal year to address the condition of the nation's roadway is the provision by the Ministry of Finance of $40 million to the ministry to execute repairs on secondary, minor agriculture and forestry area roads. As we roll out on new projects, it is expected that the public will see notable improvement over the upcoming years. Some roads we intend to address in the near future include downtown Port of Spain, some of the roads, Sackville Street, around Independence Square, in places like Sani Grande, the Ojo Road, the Foster Road, Picton Road, roads that people think are under the Ministry of Works and are not. Then you have the Twin City Central Road, and even in places like Shagwanas, the Charlieville Connector Road, where the ministry seems to be getting a lot of licks for people not understanding that those roads fall under the Shagwanas Borough Corporation and other entities. Roads like the Camden Road, which we know is in dire need of repair, but does not fall under the Ministry of Works and Transport.
So it's just one thing I would like to ask Works and Transport Minister, Mr. Rohan Sinanan, in Shagwanas here. The connector road, you say it falls under the Shagwanas Borough Corporation. But who have to release the funding for the corporation, since you are the Minister of Works and Transport? Now, I could understand you saying some of the roads that are not under the Ministry of Works and Transport, but you are the minister. You are the minister. Who is responsible for the road? Who is responsible for the borough getting financing? Who is responsible for that? Colin Imbert? There is nobody, there is no medium between the corporation and the Minister of Finance. No medium. So the corporations throughout Trinidad and Tobago, the chairmen could back how much they want. The Minister of Finance will not take them on. I want you to understand that. The corporation chairman cannot go to the Ministry of Finance and tell them they want money. Let me tell you something. The minister would not listen to them. We need a minister between the corporation and the Ministry of Finance. That is what we need. I prep for you, you know. I prep for you, you know. Now, he also noted that the Finance Ministry will provide funding to focus on a preventative maintenance road repair program, which includes milling and patching, paving, as well as pothole repair across Trinidad or across the country. Unless supposed to do that long time. Moving along, Moruga Tablan MP has questioned Minister of Works and Transport Rohan Sinanan for an undertaking to address the network of roads and bridges in areas of her constituency. Sinanan replied that the area location had been doubled in recent years. He added that his ministry have spent close to $250 million. Sinanan added that if the ministry was to spend more money on repairs, no other opposition MP will get their road fixed.
You know, if you take a drive to the Moruga constituency, you realize that Moruga constituency over the last 5 years got double the amount of money. Double the amount of money.
Minister, and not to interrupt.
Constituency in Trinidad
and not
Tobago.
To interrupt you.
Moruga,
the Moruga Road, the Barako Road, and the Naprima Mera Road, these are different access points.
Yes, but
yes,
again,
I would admit.
Okay, 1 minute, please. Let one person speak at a time.
So, Madam Chair, I have spent the last check in Moruga close to $250 million.
Minister,
If
I would
continue on the spend like that, then none of the other members on the other side will get one road, one pavement, one drill built there. Now, at the end of the day, we are operating on a budget. So I can't promise the member to go and fix every road in her constituency at the same time. Then no other road in Trinidad will get fixed.
Now, it would be fair. It would be fair if the minister could get his team to publish documents on how much money was spent in the Moruga, Tablan and Barapo area concerning the roads. Now you could sit in parliament and you could say anything because you're covered under the parliament privilege. You could sit and say anything. But where there's documents, there's facts. And that is what we want to see. Documents. You spend $250 million, not a problem. Not a problem. Circulate the documents. Let Trinidad and Tobago see that what you are saying, you have your document to back it up. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, Benjamin begged for help to fix the Edward Trace Bridge in her constituency, saying, at present, some 75 farmers cannot get access to their produce in order to carry to the market. She stated that many roads were in deplorable state and table and pineapple farmers need access road. Sinanan said that considering all the roads he needed to pave nationwide, he wished he had the budget of 90 billion rather than just 9 million. Talk to the finance minister. Talk to the finance minister. Last year, you all was allocating $1 billion for sandals. I was going to build sandals for our next man. And we had to wait donkey years just to inherit maybe a 10 cent from it. Why don't you talk to the Minister of Finance? I'm going to tell you something, Rohan. You see under Works and Transport, and you see road and bridges and drain. Let me tell you something, no other minister ain't getting blamed but you. But you, because that is your portfolio. So if you don't want to carry the blame, have a sit down with the Minister of Finance and see what you could do. I'm telling you that on national television. See what you could do. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, there's lots more in store right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Moving along. Caller, good night.
Yeah, hello, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I just have 2 quick points I want to bring in. Firstly, the government and the CMO was pushing vaccinated children alone for school. Then on Monday they released that how they will have unvaccinated. My friend, if you're accustomed looking at Real Talk, I do apologize for cutting you, but on a Wednesday night, I've said it on many occasions, on many Wednesdays, we're not dealing with outer politics. All we are dealing with is the road, the bridges, and the drains. If you're not senior councillor concerning road, bridges, and drain, feel free to call in. I've said this on numerous occasions, only the road, bridges, and drain we are dealing with on a Wednesday night. So my friend, I do apologize. I mean no harm. Your comment is important to us, but we want to stay on course on the Wednesday night in order to get our points across and get some road finishing. So responding to claims from UNC MP about flooding in their respective constituency and claim that nothing was being done to address the problem, Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said nothing could be done further from the truth. Kuba North MP Ravi Ratiram claimed that because certain watercourses in central Trinidad were not cleaned, his constituency experienced enormous flooding problems. In response, Sinanan stated that the drainage division cannot stop flooding, but can only produce flooding. Sinanan added that at the end of the day, there is no country in the world that can eliminate flooding once and for all.
There are several votes that the drainage division operates under, and as you will appreciate, flooding is happening all over the world. The drainage division cannot stop flooding. What we do is that we mitigate against flooding, and that is why in the areas that you spoke about, once the rain stops, you have an immediate runoff. That is testimony that the Drainage Division have been doing their work. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no country in the world that gets the sort of rainfall that we get here, that have the infrastructure that will, say, eliminate flooding once and for all. That's all I have to add.
So I just want to retract a statement that I made, that the drainage cannot stop flooding, but can only reduce. I said cause. My mistake. But nevertheless, we're moving along. Now, there are ways. There are ways. You see, when you clean the waterway, yes, we understand rain would fall. Yes, we understand we would have flood. But if the waterway is cleared with a free channel, nothing to block, water will run out faster than expected. Yes, we understand there are flatlands, there are low-lying areas, but we need to do better. In the crop we ain't cleaning. When rainfall, we want to clean. What we expect? What we expect? And you know, every Wednesday, I will say it. I will say it without fear. There is a drain that surrounds a home at Walker Street in Caroni, in which the water does not run into the public drain. This problem has been occurring for over 8 to 10 years. After 30 minutes of heavy rainfall, the water becomes stagnant and is filled up. Persons have tried to reach out to Councillor Samuel Sanka, but no response and assistance was given. So, Mr. Sanka, this is your constituency. The least you could do is go to the area. Go to the area and talk with the residents. Because at the end of the day, if you are the councillor for the area, you need to go meet with the people. You need to go meet with the people, and this is what I'm saying. Sometimes people will say, "Side, we don't see the councillor, we don't see the MP." Call a good night.
A very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
We are tired of excuses. We need solutions.
Correct.
And you see, they spend so much of bad money. For example, that 400 million highway, we didn't really need that right now. And all for progress and development, but we didn't need that right now. That's going to pump into the rehabilitation of the roadways. That 1.3 billion airport, we didn't need that right now. That's going to wait until sometime later. All that money could have go into the rehabilitating roads. And then they're talking about they want to put agriculture on the front burner now. They want to give a lot of attention to agriculture. But at the same time, the farmers need proper access roads to bring out their produce. All the best. Have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. So before I go further, agriculture. Remember night before, I mentioned about the La Gloria estate and how individuals were collecting money for Caroni land. Remember I mentioned that to you? I was told by some individuals that an individual approached them and tell them that they would get Caroni land from the La Gloria estate. That was Monday night. Remember I had Minister Clarence Ramarat on a live phone interview, and they were talking about they wanted to bring back the La Gloria estate that is in Tabla, North Trace, Hindustan, back to George Village there. That area, that couple hundreds or thousands of acres, they want to bring it back for the bison and farming, and farming also. Right? And I mentioned to him that a couple individuals braced me and said, "Said, somebody's selling the Caroni land. Somebody's selling them Caroni land. And you need to fix it." I said, "Okay." I said, "No problem." And I did tell the minister that they paid and some of them got receipts and things for Caroni land. For Caroni land. So try it up. Now, the reason why I blurred the document is two purposes. There's a retired justice of the peace who is signing these documents. Drop the front one. Yeah. Yeah. Next one. Now this, if you look carefully, you will see that the individual, well, I blocked out the individual name, right? He paid $5,000. $5,000. Come back to me. A few days ago, in September, $5,000 to secure Caroni land to an individual. Does that individual have deed for Caroni land? That's what I want to know. Who have deeds for Caroni land? Caroni land is state land, it belongs to the government. But you're paying an individual $5,000 for a 5-acre plot which he don't have a deed. So the minister said, send proof to him, Saeed. Well, that was proof I just showed you all. A receipt of $5,000, and it's so smart, they mark legal fee underneath. They mark legal fee. So I'll keep you up to date, viewers, as it go along. But nevertheless, let me tell you something. I have a close eye down there, you know. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
My name is Councillor Dubraj Pasar of the Perseverance Waterloo Electoral District.
Okay, nice. Nice to have you online, sir.
It's my pleasure to be on your program, Mr. Saeed. I just want to talk about, what we're facing with the Ministry of Works in my electoral district.
Okay.
And I heard you earlier on talking about the water courses, the major water courses, and issues pertaining to flooding. Now, there's two rivers that are main water courses that run through my electoral district: the Diana River and the Honda River. I am my electoral district is on the western part of the country, goes out to the sea.
Okay.
And for the longest while, we have been making a representation over and over to the Ministry of Works to clean those water courses straight to the sea. The last time the river mount was desilted and drenched was in 2014. And one must remember that unless that has been done, we would always have backup on flooding, because the water is not, the volume of water that comes from the other areas comes into my electoral district, where the western part goes to the sea.
Okay.
And Ministry of Works is totally failing. Even the road bridges that falls under their purview, we in the corporation, 90% have to take up the slack with the limited resources that we have, cutting the road bridges and cleaning the water courses.
Okay.
So it's really difficult unless you get the assistance from these agencies. Quite recently, last week in the Edinburgh area, which the road, the Edinburgh main road goes to Chase Village, falls under the purview of Ministry of Works. Under these pavements have not been cleaned for years. I took up the phone and I called the supervisor in Ministry of Works. And he told me he got a directive that the 1 or 2 workers they need to be cleaning the highway. I mean, people are getting flooded, and you're going to clean the highway?
So what you are saying, sir, is that the workers who are supposed to be cutting and cleaning the water course, right? They have to go see about the highway?
They are mandated to go and to cut the highway.
Wow.
So the issues in these secondary roads that the Ministry of Works are totally failing. They are failing in cleaning the water course, that it falls under drainage with them. I have had many tours with them. And you have to understand that we in the corporation, we can only act if we get the necessary releases to hire equipment, right?
My friend, I do want to thank you so much for sharing it with us, so the citizens would understand what is taking place in your community.
Well, I really hope that in this new financial year, we hope to see a difference in terms of releases
Yes.
And the agencies itself, because they attend what we call a regional coordinated meeting.
Yes.
Whether it's TNTech, whether it is WASA, whether it is Ministry of Works, they come and they sing the same song. We haven't gotten resources and releases to assist.
I understand.
You know?
I understand.
Yeah. So sometimes that's what we face as councillors also.
Thank you so much for sharing it with us, my friend.
Thank you very much. Have a pleasant night.
You too. So viewers, if we could get more councillors to call in, if we could get MPs to call in and tell us what is taking place instead of hiding behind the black chair. I mean, that black chair come in that portfolio, that's an expensive chair, you know. That is not no ordinary chair, you know. So if you could get more councillors to call in and let us know what is keeping back the production in your community, that will be all well and good. Don't just sit down and just watch the show on a Wednesday night to see what side highlighting and which road and which councillor are calling in. Make it your business and call in so your constituency would see that your councillor doing something. Don't just sit down. Don't just sit down. Pop the thing in front of the building there. So viewers, Rohan Sinanan is saying some of the road his ministry have no authority over. The mayor for Shogunas, between the mayor of Shogunas, that is Saieed Mohammed, and the Minister of Works and Transport, Mr. Rohan Sinanan, they seem to have a back and forth as to who is responsible for some roads in Shogunas. So I have a little picture to show of the manhole in front of our building. And I want to ask Mr. Rohan Sinanan, and I also want to ask the Mayor of Shogunas, Mr. Saieed Mohammed, who is responsible for the Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas? Because there are a lot of manholes in Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas need fixing. A lot. But we are not hearing them. We are not hearing them. I have a manhole in front of my building. We call the corporation say Works and Transport is responsible for that. We call Works and Transport, they say the borough is responsible for that. So I want to know who the hell now is responsible for this manhole that you are seeing on television that is in front of our building. Who the hell is responsible for it? Look at that. I had to put a mop stick with a box on it to let people know that, hey, there is a hole there. Just imagine that. So between Saieed Mohammed and Rohan Sinanan, who the hell is responsible for the manholes in Caroni Savannah Road and Shogunas? I would like to know. Because both of you have, nobody knows who is responsible then. Nobody. I should say it in a manner like that. So I want to know, if somebody walking on the pavement and fall in that manhole, who the hell is responsible for that individual? Because I will tell you something. The day that happened, I will bring them right here on set where I am standing. And we will see who is really responsible for that. You see, instead of finding instead of finding money to pay damages after an incident happened, why not find money to fix the hole before you had to spend more than that in somebody being damaged? You know what I could do? Let me tell you how stinker is Trinidad and Tobago. Come back to me, Shane. Let me tell you how stinker is. Let me tell you how stinker is. That stink water flowing on any day. But here what I could do a day, I could put on a dark as a day and look up in the sky and just walk straight inside that manhole, you know. and then get my team of lawyers to send the Ministry of Works and the Borough Corporation bills, you know. And you know what I'm suing them for? Not fixing a manhole. You know what I'm suing them for? Dangerous walkway. Who's responsible for that? I stink enough, you know. But there are different channels. So I just pray to God that nobody fall along inside it. Because I will get my team of lawyers to back up that individual. Take what I'm telling you. If I was money hungry, well, you making joke. If I was money hungry, if I was, watch me, as a fair person, you know. As a fair person, you know. But if I was stink, and I want millions, and I know I have a nice team of lawyer, I'd be walking inside that and my foot would have break. Take what I'm telling you. But I not no stink, man. I like to make money the fair way now, boy. You understand? But nevertheless, we're moving along. Black drain in Marbella. Queen Street, Marbella have been struggling with blockage drain for quite some time. Numerous reports were made to multiple divisions, but nothing have been done. It's sad, you know, boy. It's sad, you know. Look at that. The residents in Queen Street complaining. Every time a little rain fall, it flooding. Every time a little rain fall, it flooding. All you feel that is joke? Look at the next video. There have been a drain and a pothole issue in and around Marbella Market. You got the pothole? Look at that pothole. That is to the side of Marbella Market. When I see the chair there, I see officers sitting down there, cooling out the foot in a, I just call them thing where they put your foot again. Their hot water, a foot spa. I thought, well, an officer would be sitting down there with his foot in the water as a foot spa. Look at that. Next to Marbella Market. Huh? And you gonna tell me nobody can fix that? What a bloody hell shame. It's sad, you know, it's sad. It's really, really sad. Boy, I don't know now. I really don't know again. But nevertheless, I beaten the hammer while I beaten the iron while it hot. Every Wednesday I hotting it up for them. Let me tell you something. You know how the government is being embarrassed? You know how a minister is being embarrassed? I will tell you something. You see, press and radio will only highlight in Trinidad. When you print in a press, it's only circulating right here in Trinidad. But you see, when it go viral on television that are being streamed right around the world, they will know what kind of minister is there in that country. That is why they do it like this every Wednesday night. I mean, no business. I live in Trinidad. I pay tax just like anybody else. Just like anybody else. Previously, viewers, this is a road that we highlighted. Previously, on September 1st, 2021, Real Talk highlighted several deplorable road conditions and pothole challenges in the Curepe area, which include Evans Street, Cellar Street in Curepe, which is used by many to commute daily. The road connects to many other back roads in the surroundings of Curepe. An off-road option away from the regular main road, the traffic, oh God, you know the traffic in Curepe. So check out this road, viewers. This is Cellar Street in Curepe. It's a back road used to commute on a daily basis. And look at the condition. Look at the potholes. So, here it is. Drivers are having a tough time avoiding large potholes at Smith Street, which is an off-road route in and around Curepe. So look at this next one. My street. So look at that, viewers. It's sad. Belmai Street in Europe, it's a back road. Hey, very easy, you know. So look at this next one. Also on Southern Main Road in Europe, just around the HDC development, pothole poses a threat to drivers. The highway, many others, different roads, which is used daily by thousands of drivers. Hey, boy, let me tell you something. It's sad, you know. It's sad, you know. The Ministry of Works and Transport, he needs to pull his team together. He needs to pull his team together. Forget about COVID. You just focus on the road. That is your job. Your job is Works and Transport. See about the roads. That is your portfolio, Mr. Sinanan. You are the Minister of Works and Transport. Oh God, see about the road now. There's millions of dollars being spent. Millions. So viewers, as of recent times, it is seen that road repair have begun along several roads in Europe and environs together with Evans Street. So viewers, that is contractors, and apparently they got the message. They got the message. Every Wednesday is the same thing we're talking about, roads, roads, roads. And there's only one person will be highlighted on a Wednesday night. That is the Works and Transport Minister, the Honorable Rohan Sinanan. So in recent times, a couple days gone by, couple weeks gone by, they have started to fix the road in the Curab area and in Evans Street. So you see when you highlight it, and you put them on the spot, and you embarrass them, and hey, that is your portfolio, get it done. I am doing what I have to do. Highlight it on our Wednesday night. That is why we, here at Real Talk Studios, have dedicated our Wednesday night show just for the roads throughout Trinidad and Tobago. So, we want to thank the minister. That's just the beginning, minister. Don't get too cocky and nice. That's just the beginning. You have a lot more. As long as you continue fixing road that we highlighting, let me tell you something. I will be most honored to say thank you on national television. Just how I tell you the road need fixing, and you listen to the cries of the people, let me tell you something. I'm not big and I'm not too small to say thank you, minister, you know. I do operate like Rowley, you know. You're too big? No. I will tell you thank you publicly. That is respect for your office. Residents of Tahadil Street or Tahadil Road in Shogunas are complaining about the poor road in their area. They are calling and they are claiming that the last time it was repaired was way back when Jack Warner was their MP. I donkey, yes. The residents stated that they are fed up of the representation, and they're also fed up of their representatives done by no other than the mayor for Shogunas, Faik Mohammed, as they only see him for election. Now this is the cries of the people, you know. This is the cries of the people. I want to let you understand that. The people are saying that the only time they got the road fixed was when Jack Warner was in power. When Jack Warner was their MP. And it's sad to say now that their representation, they only see their representative only when it's coming to election. It's sad, boy, it's sad. You want a portfolio. You want to hold the title of a portfolio, but you are not able to fulfill the duties of that portfolio. And it's such a sad thing. It's such a sad thing to know that, hey, I want the portfolio as the mayor, or I want the portfolio as the deputy mayor for Sugarwanas, or I want the portfolio as the secretary for the mayor, and I want the portfolio to be the Minister of Works and Transport, and I want the portfolio to be the supervisor to the Ministry of Works and Transport. But when you got the bloody hell portfolio, the position, you can't do the work. You can't do the work, and people are fed up. People are fed up in Trinidad of bad roads. It's such a stinking state. Millions of dollars are being spent on highway projects, but yet you cannot buy 1 or 2 truckload of material and send a backhoe and a little barrel of oil to patch up road. Who's supposed to fix the connector road? Is it the corporation or is it Rohan Sinanan? And if it's the corporation, who funded the corporation? Shortman? Imbert? Well, they're going to wait donkey years. Donkey might learn to talk in them times. Bad road in Icacos. Residents of the Icacos main road have been facing deplorable road condition for a while. They need assistance now. They need assistance now. Look at that. Look at that. So viewers, remember you can send in your photos and your videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com. Send it in. We highlighting it. We highlighted it. I've dedicated every Wednesday on Real Talk with Saieed Ali just to highlight the road situations in Trinidad and Tobago. And I go tell you something. Individuals who are in high position, in high position, who cannot come out and protest or say something to somebody to get the road fixed in their constituency. Let me tell you something. They are most happy that Saieed highlighting it. Take what I'm telling earlier. They are most happy. You know why? They are afraid to talk about it because of their high status. They cannot complain if they have to buy 2 tires per week because pothole busting their tire and bending their rim and bursting their shocks. They have to zip them out and stay quiet because of their position, of their status. But they are most comfortable and they are most happy that their roads in their community are being highlighted on Real Talk with Saieed Ali because they don't have the guts to come out and say, I need my road fixed. Because you might hear somebody telling them, well, here we're going on. Take out 2 weeks or 3 weeks and stay home. Me? Tell me take out 2 weeks now. Man, you could be 2 weeks of heavy jamming on TV. Wassa leak in St. Madeleine. While many parts of the country remain without pipe-borne water, millions of gallons of water continue to waste at Jaipal Street in St. Madeleine. For over 2 months, Wassa has failed to fix a leak in the Jaipal Street, St. Madeleine. Now residents are begging for assistance from Wassa. Look at that. Look at that. It's such a sad state. Hundreds of millions of gallons of water are running like that. For 2 months now, they're begging Wassa. Look, Papi boy taking a bed right there. Hey, watch, look at that. 2 months now, the residents of Jaipal Street in St. Madeleine asking Wassa to come and fix it. And look at that. 2 months now. You would tell me 2 months Wassa can't just go and lock off the main valve? Or they're just plain dumb to the situation, or they're just neglecting it. You know what? Let the people of Jaipal Street do without water. That's pure negligence, you call that. Pure negligence. Me do business, you know. Me do business, you know. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. 2 months now, with that type of water wasting, and I'm sure at the end of every 3 months or 4 months, individuals had to go to WAS and pay a bill. I'm sure about that. I'm sure about that. Now we're going up Maracas. Drivers are complaining about potholes located on Carousel Road going into Maracas Bay. They also indicated that even though the road is new, as about 3 years, one pothole is getting bigger and the entire road has eroded. Look at that. An individual burst their tire there. One driver also stated that her tire was busted and need repairs. You see? One road, busting tire. Imagine that, eh? Well, boy. So viewers, we are going to share a short commercial break, but nevertheless, there's more right here in store when we come back.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So viewers, before we go further, Ranger and the BM. So remember on last night's show, on Tuesday night show, I showed out something for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So yes, we have the BMW that I'm giving away because the first and second week in December, I want to give away this car. All I'm asking you to do is to contribute $1,000 for our food drive. Now, I have also taken up the initiative to do the same thing, but this time I am using my Range Rover. I'm giving it away. Now, the reason why I am doing this is to raise funds. It's to raise funds for a food drive that hundreds of people would benefit in the month of December. You think I would go just and give away a Range Rover? A Range Rover is an expensive vehicle. A BMW is an expensive vehicle. But one thing I learned from God, come back. One thing I learned from God is when you give on one side, you just get on the other side. Let me tell you something. Nobody in Trinidad ain't going to give away a BMW, and nobody definitely ain't going to give away a Range Rover. Nobody. So I've decided to do that. Now, like I tell people, I don't deal drugs and I just do spirit work. I just do spirit work. I'm proud to say that. I don't care if you say, well, use a voodoo man, or use a jenge man, or use a black magic man. Made a business, you can say what you want, because I know when you end up in problem, it's right by me you go look to come. Right by me you go want to come to fix your problem. But nevertheless, God have blessed me tremendously. Right? And I have decided to give away that Range Rover and that BMW. Now all I want you to do is just make a contribution. Just make a contribution of $1,000 just for we to put together to buy food to feed people. That's all. Look at that beautiful Range Rover. Now everybody know I have it for sale, $275,000. I was going to sell it, but then I realized Then I realized when God started to minister to me and inspiration started to fall in my spirit, I say, you know what? You know what? Let people see how charity does work for Saieed. So that's why I decided to put that expensive vehicle as a Range Rover up for grab. Have you ever seen that in Trinidad? People will say, Saieed, you mad. Mad? I'm going to tell you something. If you know how charity does work, like how I know it, you would never say, Saieed, you're mad. You would have said, Saieed, God bless you richly for doing that. You see, I know about charity. I know about giving. I know about when God bless you. I'm a human being, you know. Just like you, you know. So all you have to do, viewers, make a contribution of $1,000 towards our food drive. The first or the second week in December, I want to give away the BMW. You know, everybody know I bought that for the Rape Crisis Center, but because of the economy status with the Rape Crisis Center and the economy in Trinidad, right, I decided it makes no sense that the car is parked up there. Makes no sense. When I start back the Rape Crisis Center development, I'm going to buy something else and throw it out in the public domain. So, the BMW is carded for the first or the second week in December to give away. The Range Rover also make a contribution of $1,000 and it could be yours. It could be Trinidad and Tobago. You all know side only have executive vehicles because I just work damn hard. So when I'm working hard for my money, I want to drive something comfortable and nice. I don't sit down and it just fall in my lap. I just get up and work just like any one of you. I just get up and work for it. Well, by now, all I know most of the convertible is Saieed. Saieed. I just work for it. So I just want you all to make a contribution of $1,000 to feed hungry mouths in Trinidad. Why? Because some of them husband lost their work. Some of them wife and husband separate. The children suffering. It's all kind of thing. So charity goes a long way. Call good night.
Good night, Saieed. You know, this road problem, it developed because of the neglect of the government. For 6 years, they did absolutely nothing. So what you have now is an accumulation of this shippiness for the as you rightfully say, those billions of dollars for sandals, where is that money coming? Is it coming from Raoul's pocket? Now, one of the things, let me make a little contribution here, like Fight Mohammed. You know, they are starving the opposition regional corporations. So when you approach them, for example, the other day I was driving through the Camden Road there. That is one of the things I would like you to take note of. That is what they have, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother.
Oh, God.
All opposition areas. If you drive through, you know, all these subsidiary roads leading to the Camden Road there, you would see the condition. People are taking any old material, anything, because when you go to the regional corporation, they are starved for fund. They are starved for fund, and this is a direct ploy by the government to suffer the opposition. So if I may just divert a little here, concerning that debate tomorrow, our democracy is being eroded.
Caller,
Who is the speaker?
I do apologize for cutting, like I said on the previous call. We're trying to stay away from the politics tonight. So I thank you so much for making your contribution. Don't get vexed with me, please. Your contribution is important to us here at Real Talk Studios. But we're trying to stay away from the politics for tonight. So viewers, last but not least, residents of Vancouver are fearful that they may no longer have a road for them to pass in the near future, as their only access in and out is almost diminished due to previous rain. Look at the condition of that. Wow. Sad, boy. It's sad. Persons have reached out on countless times to the MP of the area, Arnold Ram, but still nothing has been done. Last year, Tabakit MP Anita Haynes paid a visit and promised that works would begin soon. However, nothing is being done, and the landslide keep getting worse as the days go by. Wow. That's part of the road there? Look at that. You know, as you hear rainfall 1 or 2 times, that whole road breaking away, you know. Break away and done. So the residents have made numerous complaints, but up to this day, it's sad, it's sad. So viewers, you are watching Real Talk with Saieed Ali. There's a rerun of this program tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So we have about 1 minute again before we wrap up tonight, viewers. Those of you, remember Brian Manning said, in the coming future, you will have to pay more on taxes. So if you have your money put on a financial institute and you ain't getting enough to pay your tax, you would still leave it there. You will be penalized for not paying property tax. You ain't getting no interest rate on your funds and you're still leaving it in the same financial institute. Why not take it out and invest it with Real Talk Investment and Financing Company and get from 2.5% up to 3%? You want to wait till they send you a penalty, then you're going to want to take out your money now, and then you're going to want to bring it by Saieed. Not Saieed, but Real Talk Investment and Financing Company. Why not plan for the future today? So I'm encouraging you to make a Real Talk investment at Real Talk Finance and Investment Company. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, make a contribution to our food drive, 238-6716 or 339-1670. Do contact us. Now giving, anybody give, there is always receive. And that, my friend, is a testimony. So until we meet again for another episode of Real Talk with Saieed Ali, I am Saieed saying good night.